to comprehend and to learn the application of whatever skill you are attempting to understand and to become competent at. You cannot dabble with this and dabble with that and do a little of this and do a little of that. If you were to become a student of a greater community way of knowledge, it will require all of your attention. Not only will you have to master and understand human wisdom, you will have to learn greater community wisdom. However, every little bit that you advance towards a greater community understanding will make you more effective, more capable, more gracious and more compassionate as a person. You will be more able to help others with the simple problems in life and with the greater problems in life. You need this immersion. You cannot study and engage in this preparation while trying to learn 3 or 4 other things that you also think are very important and then try to bring them all together. Paths go off in different directions. You cannot follow them all at once. There are many ways up the mountain, but you must follow one and stay with it. If you get onto another track, well, you don't know where that one goes. You do not know where you are going in life, but knowledge within you knows. Knowledge will engage you with those who are wiser and those who are less wise. And when you are ready, knowledge will bring you to the preparation and the curriculum of study that you will need in order to advance. Knowledge will lead you to those individuals who can become the real companions in your life, companions in a greater endeavor in life. These relationships transcend the personal emphasis that people give in their relationships. These are greater relationships where devotion and commitment, deeper understanding and greater validation can be found. You will need these companions because you cannot learn the greater community way of knowledge alone, for the truth is you are not alone. You must learn this truth, and it must be demonstrated to you in the most tangible ways possible. Many people, however, still want to go alone. They do not want to become involved with others because they are afraid to join anything. They do not want to be around anyone who is more advanced because they do not want their limitations, their weaknesses and their false assumptions to be revealed to them. They would rather go alone, making their own decisions and having their own conclusions. How hopeless this is. Life is bringing you back into relationship with yourself, with others, with the world and with God. How can you advance if you refuse to enter relationship, to share your understanding, to have your errors corrected and to enter into a different and greater venture that far exceeds what you alone can know and understand as an individual? Knowledge within you requires knowledge within others to bring about any kind of positive results in the world because knowledge is fully revealed within the context of relationship. This is where things are known and verified. This is where things are acted upon and given meaning in the world. This is an expression of wisdom. To think that you can learn and accomplish things on your own is not wise. You as an individual can do very little, but the truth is you are not alone, and you must learn this truth. Knowledge will engage you with those whom you need to be engaged with. It will bring into your life those that you need to meet. Some of them will demonstrate error to you, to help clarify things for you and to sober your mind. Others will come with the capacity to join you in your journey. There will be a greater dimension of relationship here, something you could never have found before, something that gives permanence, meaning, a deeper resonance, a greater capability and a joining of two resources of mind into the meaningful direction of relationship. Both in learning things in the world and in learning the greater community way of knowledge, you need the ability to evaluate things correctly. This must come from maturity. For example, if you are learning to play the piano, in order to evaluate yourself correctly, you must become fairly advanced in your study. You must be able to see clearly what is correct and what is not correct. This will be based largely upon your experience with an instructor who has taught you these evaluative skills. This will be based upon your own failures in performance and in practice, which have shown you where you need to improve. Eventually, you will be able to hear the errors yourself and see where the improvement needs to be made. Only an advancing student can develop these kinds of skills. A beginner cannot. How can beginners fully evaluate what needs to be improved in their development? They may realize that they are not doing very well. They may know that they are not very accomplished, for they are constantly coming up against their disabilities and making many gross errors. However, to refine and perfect their study requires a mature approach. Gaining a mature approach requires time and energy and will be the result of their sharing themselves with those who are more advanced, who can teach them these evaluative skills and give them a greater sensitivity. Developing these skills also depends upon whom you share your study with. They will demonstrate both error and accomplishment to you in ways that you can see and understand. For example, a student of piano must listen to many other students' attempts to play in order to gain a more critical ear and a deeper sensitivity to what is harmonious and to what is not, to what is effective and to what is not. This refines their awareness and sensitivity. How true this is in learning the greater community way of knowledge. In the greater community, advanced races have recognized that no individual can have complete knowledge or wisdom. Everyone needs what is called verification, which is a process of reviewing decisions and conclusions with knowledge. Verification is necessary because everyone is capable of making terrible mistakes. Everyone in physical life needs this. Anyone who attempts to claim ultimate wisdom or thinks that they can correct themselves effectively on a consistent basis is making a grave and serious error and is demonstrating that they have not yet gained true maturity in their understanding and studenthood. In the greater community, verification is essential for success. It both requires and develops relationships of real meaning and value. It requires that you be committed to the people who are committed to you. It requires that you be committed to knowledge together, that you serve a greater purpose together and that you have a greater enterprise, a greater goal, together. We teach this and we emphasize this because nothing great can be done alone and all errors occur because someone is acting without knowledge. Here the quality of your companionship and your desire for truth are fundamental for your success. One bad advisor can damage or obstruct your progress and lead you astray. Choose well here. How can you choose well? Those who advance in the way of knowledge must be advancing in their maturity and understanding. Yet those who cannot or will not advance are doing so for personal reasons. Be aware and be careful with them. As you become more skillful, you will need a higher and higher quality of verification. You will need stronger and stronger companions. You can give to those who are less developed than you are, but you cannot rely upon their wisdom. Here your relationships become more and more important. That is why we say there is no mastery in the world, because when people think of mastery, they think that they can reach an end point in education where they become infallible. Here demagoguery, totalitarianism and fanaticism of all kinds bring unhappiness and misery upon people in the world. Your errors become more costly as you become more advanced, and you will need to be more guarded against them. Here is where you will need a community of knowledge, a network of relationships that are able to verify for you and bring you back to knowledge to offset your personal conflicts, which will still be plaguing you as you advance. Here your interdependence with others will become the foundation of your relationships, and here interdependence will become fully established. As a master musician needs to associate with other master musicians, you must seek to associate with those who are advanced in knowledge, for they can verify for you. They will be able to understand your nature and your purpose, your difficulties and your challenges, things which others will not be able to see and fully comprehend. These are some things that you have already seen in your own education. Perhaps you have not fully experienced them, but if you look and see, you will understand that the correct curriculum, the correct attitude, the right instructor, the right companions and the ability to evaluate your own progress are all essential. If you have ever gone beyond a beginning level in learning anything, you have seen that there are new thresholds in learning and new requirements for learning. We call upon your experience and recognition here, but we don't expect you to fully understand the meaning of this within the context of learning a greater community way of knowledge. Remember, if you think that you can learn this great preparation without wise guidance, without the correct curriculum, without the right attitude, without good companions and without evaluative skills, you will be deceiving yourself. The greater community way of knowledge is not something that you learn in a weekend, or a week or a month or a year. It is not something that you can fully comprehend in a book. It is far greater. It is so much greater, and yet its greatness is what returns greatness to you. Seek to do what is easy, comfortable and familiar, and you will stay right where you are, bound to the past and bound to all the deceptions that have plagued you in the past, unable to proceed, unable to advance, unable to learn and unable to accomplish what you came here to accomplish. Your calling is great because your purpose is great. Your purpose is great because your nature is great. Your nature is great because your Creator is great. Do not be discouraged, then, but allow yourself to be challenged and challenge yourself. You came here to learn. You came here to accomplish something. Why take the easy and comfortable way? That only leads to a great failure at the end of your life, a failure that will cause you much distress and unhappiness throughout your life. There is no comfort in comfort. There is no escape in escape. There is no relief in passivity. There is no luxury in luxury. Unless you can fulfill your mission and purpose here, a misery will attend you that no amount of pleasure, luxury, avoidance, comfort or passivity can allay. Prepare, then, with the right curriculum, the right attitude, the right instructor, the right companions and the right evaluative skills. The correct attitude is based upon your feeling your deeper need, which is necessary even at the outset.